Well, hello. Day 3 in the jungle in the Columbian Andes. So I thought I'd send my first recording back to whoever would like to listen. So here I am. There's a Maloka behind me, which is the ceremonial place for all indigenous ceremonies. I'm here quite near Pasto in the Colombian Andes, which is a flight north of Bogota, which is the capital of Colombia. Living in the jungle with a shaman and his family, with a small group, some Japanese, German, a Russian guy, an American, and we are on a 2-week exploration, a 2-week Sangha, exploring perception and reality from an indigenous perspective. And our shaman is an incredibly well-trained guy in many indigenous traditions. So we have the incredible benefit of his wisdom being shared with us each day. First of all, just having the time and the space to switch off, to be here deeply in nature, in the jungle, to be having quiet, no phone, no connection with the outside world, is a true privilege, unbelievable. Simply that one act, the impact that can have on the nervous system, being in nature and no contact, so no thinking about my family, what I've got to do for work, what I've got to eat, how I've got to be with my partner, whether I've got to run and do something right now. None of that needs to go on. And that, just as a start, creates a beautiful and sacred space for deeper reflection. So far we've been exploring perception from an indigenous perspective, from the traditions of the Amazon and this region. And one of the fundamentals of this work is this understanding is that the cosmos is conscious. The cosmos has consciousness, and that Mother Earth is conscious and alive, and a live being. So when that is really deeply, when that's really deeply explored, when everything's alive, when everything's conscious, when everything is perceiving, their connection to nature, their appreciation of nature, their experience of oneness, the interconnectedness of everything on this planet, takes a whole nother meaning. It means that they wouldn't do any harm to anything. It also means that they're treating, there's no superiority in the human thinking here. There's no thinking that there's us as humans and then there's nature and the planet. So there's no divide, there's no separation, and there's also no superior thinking. So there's no taking over nature or taking over anything. There's living in harmony with it, appreciating it exactly in the same way that we would appreciate another human being. So tomorrow we have an ayahuasca ceremony, and I'll report back after the event with that. But I just want to talk about a couple of other ceremonies that we've just done in the last 2 days, and I'll do that in the next recording. So our ayahuasca ceremony, our first one, is tomorrow, and that is a deep and powerful process of connection to everything and dissolving of the ego, dissolving of the self, and accessing another realm in terms of visions and messages from the cosmos, from the grand consciousness that exists. And so to be ready for that, in this tradition, we've been through 2 ceremonies in the last couple of days. First of all, we yesterday did an Ipi ceremony, which is a Lakota tradition. It's a sweat lodge, some of you may be familiar with that. And the sweat lodge is about healing. It's about healing. It's about praying to spirit, and as I understand it, spirit is really consciousness, the essence of life. And it's also about receiving insight or vision, or so there's some sort of spiritual way of connecting with spirit, but also cleansing and cleaning in preparation for the ayahuasca ceremony. And as I go through these processes, I notice my mind quieten. I notice how soft I feel right now. And today's ceremony was a bath in, or more like a shower in, medicinal plants. So water mixed with aloe vera and lemon and salt, followed by another couple of showers with natural plants in them, lemongrass and a couple of others. And again, this is about cleansing and cleaning the spirit, cleansing and cleaning the body, and cleansing and cleaning the energy, so that we're ready for the ayahuasca. And because they see all plants as conscious beings, there's a sacredness with which this has been done. And I'm still feeling the radiance of it right now. So there we were, having this poured over us and massaged into us. And it's like we're becoming the plant. It's like the plant is cleansing us, but we're in ceremony with the plant as it's being massaged into us, or as we're massaging it into ourselves. So it feels rather weird, but in some way I feel at one with the plants that have been cleansing me. I shall finish now and look forward to talking to you again soon. decided to create one more short video on an exploration discussion we had this morning about the self. It's beautiful to hear our shaman talking about the dissolution of the self. In their tradition and their wisdom, there is no focus on the self, because they've had such deep experiences of connecting to Mother Earth and to the cosmos. They feel at one with it. And what this means it seems to mean is that the focus on self disappears. Focus on what my needs are, or how I need to look, or all of that stuff seems to drop away. The grabbing and the grasping and the striving and the struggling for me, for my life, for my self seems to be dropping away, or seems to drop away in their tradition, and I'm experiencing that too. So of course I still exist, but I become more deeply connected to the whole and more deeply in service of the whole.